Hey, it's Kelby. In this video, I'll show you how your Social Security benefit changes based on the age at which you start taking benefits. Let's dig in. In Social Security lingo, the date you start taking Social Security benefits is called your retirement date. So that's how I'll use the term in this video. Note that Rock My Retirement uses that term to refer to the date on which we start simulating your retirement, so Social Security uses the term to mean something different than Rock My Retirement usually uses the term. But for this video, we'll use the Social Security version. Now, for Social Security purposes, you can retire at any age between 62 and 70 for most people. If you wait past 62, you miss out on whatever benefits you would have gotten between age 62 and your retirement age. But the Social Security Administration increases your benefit to make up for that. Let's take a closer look at how that works. Social Security considers age 67 to be your full retirement age, again, for most people. All that means is that if you retire at age 67, you'll get what they call your full benefit amount. If you retire before age 67, you get a smaller benefit. The formula is a bit complex, but the discount is in the range of 5 to 6.5% per year early, depending on how early you retire. If you retire after age 67, you get a larger benefit called a delayed retirement credit. Generally, the credit works out to 8% per year after age 67, but that caps out at age 70. Now let's take a look at which one gets you more. Spoiler alert, neither one is supposed to get you that much more, despite what many well-intentioned but ill-informed online articles may tell you. Let's suppose that you're 62 years old and you're trying to figure out when to take benefits. And let's suppose that the Social Security Administration's website tells you that your full benefit amount is $3,000. So if you start taking benefits at age 67, how much will you get over your lifetime? Well, that depends on how long you live, which is an unknown. But life expectancy tables tell us that if you're currently 62, then you will live 84 and 3 months for females or 81 years and 4 months for males. So this means that a female should expect 207 months of benefits or $621,000 in today's dollars. And a man should expect 172 months of benefits or $516,000 in today's dollars. Now, let's take a look at how much you would get if you wait another 3 years until age 70. Your monthly benefit would be $3,720, but you would miss out on 3 years' worth of benefits. So a female would expect 171 months of benefits or $636,120, and a male would expect 136 months worth of benefits or $505,920. What about if you retire at age 62? Well, now your monthly benefit would drop to $2,100. A female would expect 267 months of benefit, or $560,700, and a man would expect 232 months of benefit, or $487,200. So it looks like a woman would be best off delaying as much as possible, while a man's sweet spot is around age 67. But there are several caveats that change that quite a bit. First, you probably won't live exactly until your life expectancy. If you live longer than expected, you will benefit from delaying your retirement, so those extra years have the highest benefit. And if you live much shorter than expected, then you benefit from retiring early to get as many months of benefit as you can. Second, spousal benefits play a role. I'll talk about that more in a separate video. But the bottom line is that in some circumstances, a married couple may benefit from having the highest earning spouse delay retirement. Third, there's a nuance in the Social Security system that I call the COLA gap. I'll go into detail in that in a separate video. But the gist is that your benefits get increased for inflation, but not for the period between age 60 and whenever you retire. So the longer you wait to take benefits, the longer the period in which your benefits will not be increased to account for inflation. The math we've done here doesn't reflect the impact of inflation, and inflation can have a big impact. So check out the video on the COLA gap to see how that works. Fourth, none of this accounts for the time value of money. If you start taking benefits early and you invest that money, then those returns can significantly impact the desirability of early retirement. Finally, remember that your retirement planning goal is probably not to maximize your Social Security benefit over the course of your life. While that does have a nice ring to it, the more important question is how your retirement as a whole plays out. Regardless of whether you take retirement early or delay retirement, there are trade-offs and opportunity costs. You need to consider a lot more than just which age leads to the biggest amount of payments. Which brings us to some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that in deciding the best age to start taking Social Security, there are so many factors involved that no human could do all the math necessary to get the right answer for you. But the good news is that Rock My Retirement does all that math for you. All you need to do is input your full benefit amount and your start age. Then you can experiment with different start ages and see how the graphs in the graph module change. Also, note that Rock My Retirement's AI optimization tool can help you find interesting values for many variables, including your Social Security withdrawal start date. But make sure you input all of your information in the other menus before running the AI Optimizer, because the AI Optimizer can only be helpful if it considers all of the information and circumstances surrounding your retirement. Well, that wraps up this video on Social Security withdrawal start ages. I hope that this helps you rock your retirement.